Alright, these big nuts. Let's go. A round of applause for these big nuts, guys. Alright, let's go. Let's go.
Story Time with Tomfoolery presents Dee's Big Nuts. Dee was a squirrel who had big nuts. His nutsack was so big that it would drag on the ground every
That's a big nutsack! That's a big nutsack!
where he went. Dee had a friend named Sarah who loved
He's got a girlfriend too. Well, of course he does. He's got ginormous nuts.
nuts. Sarah would go around the town trying to put everyone's nuts in her mouth. Sarah loved how big Dee's nuts were. His nuts were her favourite. They were the biggest nuts she had ever seen. She would
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
play with his nuts all day, and sometimes even at night. Sometimes her mum would join.
What? Huh? That's messed up. That's messed up, bro. That's messed up. You can't be doing that.
They would take turns holding Dee's nuts at night. Sometimes
Whoa!
Sarah would even try to put both of his nuts in
What? You tried?
her mouth at once. She would giggle, her face would turn red, and then his nuts would come flying out.
Nah! Nah!
One day, someone ran up to his nuts and started poking them. "Hey, jerk, off my nuts," he said. Although Sarah loved Dee's nuts, she would sometimes kick them. She once kicked them so hard, she busted a nut.
You could do that! You could bust over nuts! I didn't know you could do that! That's a thing that people do. Yeah, but you go over to the doctor's office and you say, "Oh, yeah, I busted a nut." I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Dee was very sad that Sarah busted his nut. He just
Well, duh. Like, you can't really have kids anymore.
wanted Sarah to play nice with his nuts. One day, when his nuts were feeling better, she took them to lunch, where she got
She took them to lunch. Okay.
peanut butter all over them. His nuts were so sticky.
Hey! Nah!
After that day, she knew she would need to play nice, because all good squirrels know how to play nice with big nuts.
Nah! That was crazy.